Feeling tired all the time? Struggling with your thyroid? The problem might not be what you think. It could be iodine. Dr. David Brownstein has spent decades uncovering why this forgotten nutrient is vital for better health, and chances are you're not getting enough of it. Iodine is one of those tiny nutrients your body can't live without, but here's the twist. It's been at the center of controversy for decades. Dr. David Brownstein points out that most of this debate comes from mainstream medicine, which insists we don't need extra iodine because our food supply supposedly gives us enough. But does it? Back in the early 1900s, iodine deficiency was so common that goiter, an enlarged thyroid, was everywhere. The government's solution is to add iodine to table salt, and yes, it worked. Goiter rates dropped dramatically, but that quick fix gave people a false sense of security. Everyone assumed iodized salt was enough, so iodine supplements slowly disappeared from the picture. The problem is that the deficiency didn't vanish. It quietly crept back, fueling thyroid issues and other health problems we're still facing today. Dr. Brownstein points out something fascinating, that the current recommended daily allowance, RDA, for iodine is just 150 micrograms. But that number was only ever designed to prevent one problem, that is goiter. In reality, our bodies need iodine for so much more than that. Our skin, brain, heart, liver, and even our muscles all depend on iodine in some way. Most importantly, our thyroid uses it to create hormones that fuel metabolism and energy. But beyond that, iodine also helps with detoxification, strengthens the immune system, and shields the body from oxidative stress. Now here's the concerning part. Over the past 50 years, iodine levels in the general population have dropped by nearly 50%. Why? Because we're constantly exposed to chemicals like bromides, which are hidden in flame retardants, pesticides, and even processed foods. On top of that, fluorides and chlorine also compete with iodine inside the body. It's almost like these chemicals are pushing iodine out, leaving many people deficient without even realizing it. And when iodine runs low, it's not just the thyroid that suffers. Every iodine-dependent organ feels the impact. When it comes to iodine, a lot of people ask themselves a simple but important question. Am I really getting enough of it from my diet? Most of us rely on iodized salt for our iodine. That's exactly why iodized salt was first introduced, to protect people from deficiency and the thyroid problems that come with it. And it worked, at least back then. But today, things aren't so straightforward. See, the salt we often use now is refined salt, which is the kind added to packaged and processed foods. And the truth is that it's basically just sodium chloride with a tiny sprinkle of iodine. On the other hand, unrefined salts like sea salt or Himalayan pink salt do have trace minerals, but they're naturally much lower in iodine. So if you're mainly using those, you could actually be falling short without realizing it. This raises a bigger question. Is iodized salt still enough in today's world, especially with all the toxins and modern food processing we're exposed to? That's where many people start to worry about silent iodine deficiencies creeping in. And that's exactly why making sure you're getting the right amount of iodine is more important than ever. When it comes to checking iodine levels, Dr. Brownstein makes an interesting point. Not everyone needs to rush out and get tested. But if you're dealing with symptoms that hint at iodine deficiency, it might be worth looking into. After all, deficiency is surprisingly common. Now, one of the easiest and cheapest ways to screen iodine is through a spot urinary iodine test. Simple, quick, and especially helpful if you're not already taking supplements. But what if you are supplementing? That's where a more detailed option comes in, the 24-hour loading test. Here's how it works. You take a larger dose of iodine, around 50 milligrams, and then collect your urine for 24 hours. The results are eye-opening. If your body excretes about 95% of that iodine, it means your cells are happily keeping the rest, which suggests healthy levels. But if most of it just passes right through you, that's a red flag for deficiency. Iodine actually comes in two main forms. One is called iodine, which is the oxidized version, and the other is iodide, which is the reduced form. Your thyroid mainly depends on iodide, while other parts of your body, like the breasts, pancreas, and ovaries, work better with iodine. For your health to run smoothly, you really need both forms, since they balance and support each other. That's where Lugol's solution comes in. Created back in the 1820s, this formula combines both iodine and iodide, making it a powerful way to deal with iodine deficiencies and keep your body functioning at its best. By giving your body access to both forms at once, Lugol's solution ensures that every tissue gets what it needs. This is why Dr. Brownstein strongly recommends it, because it supports not just the thyroid, but overall wellness too. Now, here's something important. Dr. Brownstein cautions against using those old skin tests where people apply iodine to their skin and watch how fast it fades. That method doesn't actually tell you much about your iodine levels. The reason? The iodine can simply evaporate or absorb unevenly, which has nothing to do with what's really happening inside your body. Instead, he recommends oral iodine supplementation. When taken this way, it's absorbed well in your digestive system, and your body can actually use it. But since unused iodine is quickly flushed out, you need to keep replenishing it, ideally every day. That's the key to keeping your thyroid healthy and your whole system working in balance. The four main halides are fluoride, chloride, bromide, and iodide. They all belong to group 17 of the periodic table called the halogens and share similar chemical traits. Out of these, iodine and chloride are essential for our health, supporting energy production and many body processes. On the other hand, fluoride and bromide are more harmful. Fluoride shows up in drinking water, toothpaste, and some drugs, while bromide is found in food, household items, and even fire retardant products. Both can interfere with normal body functions. Bromide especially competes with iodine for receptor spots, which can leave the body short of iodine. Rising bromide exposure, combined with falling iodine intake, has led to major health concerns. This imbalance is linked to thyroid issues, breast, prostate, and uterine cancers, as well as autoimmune conditions like Hashimoto's and Graves' disease. Dr. Brownstein explains that bromide is a toxic halide with no real role in the body. Normally, the body favors iodine, but when iodine levels drop, bromide takes over receptor sites, leading to harmful effects. Since the 1970s, many bakeries have used brominated flour instead of iodized flour, adding even more bromide to our diets. Because the body doesn't need bromide, it must be removed once iodine pushes it out. When people begin iodine supplementation, bromide is released and flushed out through urine and stool. This detox process can cause temporary side effects like tiredness, headaches, or brain fog, often called a Herxheimer reaction, which is the body adjusting as toxins leave. Let's shift gears and talk about something most people rarely think about: radioactive iodine and how it affects our health. You see, iodine isn't just important for your thyroid, it's actually your body's defense shield against radioactive iodine. When your body has enough iodine, it reaches what experts call iodine saturation. In simple terms, your thyroid receptors are already occupied, so radioactive iodine has nowhere to latch on. This little trick of nature can literally save lives, which is why, during disasters like Chernobyl, iodine supplements were handed out to protect people from dangerous radiation exposure. But here's where things get even more interesting. Radioactive iodine isn't just a problem in the environment, it's also used in medicine, especially to treat thyroid conditions and even certain cancers. The issue is that it doesn't always stay where doctors want it to. Instead of only targeting the thyroid, it can sneak into other iodine-loving tissues, like the breasts, ovaries, and even the pancreas. Once it settles there, it can damage DNA, increasing the chances of mutations and possibly cancer over time. And here's the real twist: getting enough natural iodine from food is harder than it used to be. Ocean pollution has compromised sea vegetables and fish, the richest iodine sources. So in today's world, iodine supplements aren't just about thyroid health. They may actually be a vital tool for overall protection. If you really want to get the most out of iodine and boost your overall health, you can't just look at iodine alone. You've got to think about the bigger picture. See, when you add iodine into your daily routine, it works best when paired with the right nutrients and lifestyle habits. Think of it as a team effort. Nutrients like selenium, magnesium, vitamin C, and B vitamins help iodine do its job more effectively. Together, they keep your body's chemistry balanced and make sure everything runs smoothly. That's why experts like Dr. David Brownstein always highlight a holistic approach. Hydration, unrefined foods, proper salt intake, and consistent iodine support are the real foundations of long-term health. It's not about quick fixes, it's about building habits that actually last. Another key step is to not just start popping supplements without knowing what your body really needs. Getting the right tests and working with a healthcare provider who understands iodine and nutrition can make a world of difference. That way, you're not just guessing, you're targeting what your body actually requires. So, the big takeaway here is simple. Iodine is powerful, but it's even more effective when combined with smart nutrition and daily wellness habits. When you take that balanced approach, the benefits can be incredible. Thanks for spending some time with me today. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more tips on health and wellness, make sure to like, share, and hit that subscribe button. Stay well, stay informed, and keep taking small steps toward a healthier you.